The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
You got about 9 days to produce your video using 20 Minutes with the President, written by Charlie Sheen, and to get it turned into us by midnight, Sunday the 15th of November. We've gotten, I haven't counted them up, I've watched them all, 50, 60, I know it's more than 50 entries. Some are really good. A lot of them, almost no work was put into it. You know, we did the contest with posting the Obama Joker posters, and it made the news worldwide, hundreds of TV stations, hundreds. I mean, it was scores of TV stations in Texas alone, with the media freaking out every time a poster was put up, saying it was evil and un-American, and then that would blow up in their face, and even more would be posted. Wildly successful. And certainly hundreds of thousands of people total have seen the videos that are posted. Some have 10,000 views, 5,000 views, 1,000 views, 8,000 views. And we've been posting the 3 or 4 entries a day as they come in. And I know the really good ones, and some of them are great, are going to come in near the turn-in date, and then in the next week after that, we'll announce when Charlie's coming on, and we'll announce who's winning the $14,000. But I'll say this, everybody wins who enters the contest. And people are asking for direction. I'm getting calls and emails. I can't give you directions, okay? I can't give somebody direction of what I'd like to see, and then Charlie's picking the winner. It's whatever strikes Charlie Sheen as the best produced, the best message, the best adaptation of the 15-page 20 Minutes with the President. And the key is the 20 points. Those are the most important 20 points of 9/11 truth that we've identified. This is a $14,000 prize, first place. Second place is $1,000. Third place is $500. Everybody wins by getting the truth out about 9/11 truth. So in the last 9 days, I would ask listeners, send 20minuteswiththepresident.com. There's a banner on Infowars.com. If you go to Infowars.com and click on the banner, it goes to 20minuteswiththepresident.com. It's a really nice site. It has Charlie Sheen's message to the president there. It has the 20 Minutes with the President article there. And it can be 2 black guys talking, 2 white guys, a black guy and a white guy and a black girl. It could be a Chinese person. It could be a Native American. It doesn't matter. It could be video clips with a voiceover. But we got 9 days left on this, and you send them. In fact, we have a special email just for the contest, don't we? It's linked up there on the site. And if you haven't seen us post your contest entry, because Lord knows we're missing them, send them again. Send them to Kurt at Infowars.com. Send them to Aaron. CC it to Sheen at Infowars.com. Contest at Infowars, because our problem is we're having trouble with email management. We're putting in a new system. We get 3, 4, 5,000 emails a day. Most of them are spam, but over 1,000 are good emails. We battle to read them, to scan them, but it's kind of like, and it goes in its own box, but sometimes the point is, make sure you get your entry into us as well, and so we can post them. But there's 9 days left in this, ladies and gentlemen. 9 days left until the close on November 15th. Then we've got to have time to review them, make sure we get them all, and then Charlie can judge them. I'm going to judge second and third place. But when we had the idea for the contest, I said, how about $10,000? He said, yeah, but taxes, it'll be $3,000, $4,000. Let's do $13,500. And I said, yeah, but $13,500 sounds weird. Let's do $14,000. $14,000 to whoever does the best job. And again, everybody wins. It gets the word out to everyone. And I like a lot of the entries that have come in, but we're not seeing 200, 300 entries like we saw on the Joker Obama poster drive. Now, I know more are coming in, but it's not too late for you to do this. It's not too late for you to get involved. I want to see your creativity. I want to see what you're going to do. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to commend everybody out there that has been involved in it. Great work. Few of them aren't too great. Pretty half-hearted job on some of them. But that happened with the Obama poster contest as well. The point is, these videos will then drift around forever, pointing out the key 20 bullet points. But you can do it however you want, in whatever way you want. But get on it today, ladies and gentlemen, 20minuteswiththepresident.com. That's 20 with the president, or you can type it out, 20minuteswiththepresident.com as a word. Spell out 20 minutes with the president, or 20 with the president.com. Both of those addresses get you there, don't they? Both those URLs, 20 with the president.com and 20 spelled out with the president.com. Oh, really? Because we wanted 20 with the president. That was the URL we bought. Can we get that linked up too? Oh, okay. No, then somebody else has that. All right, so you just spell it out, 20minuteswiththepresident.com. Okay, going to Bob Chapman, former military intelligence, ran the biggest newsletter, financial newsletter out there for a long time, retired, came back with the internationalforecaster.com, made a lot of just amazing predictions. He said many, many months ago that the stock market would go back up, gold would explode. He predicted that in the fall. I don't want to go back over all his predictions here. We've done that before. We just need to pay attention to what he's saying now. And I want to start going to your phone calls for those that are holding at the bottom of the hour, specifically questions for Bob Chapman. But I know some of the callers are already holding, so you can bring up other issues. He'll be able to comment on that. But after we go through this raft of calls, if you're calling in, just questions for Bob Chapman on the economy and the balance of the hour that we have, 1-800-259-9231 is the toll-free number to join us on air. Bob Chapman, good to have you here with us.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here again.
Gold is above $1,102.
Now, somewhere up in that area, it's been trading back and forth over 1,100, exactly as we predicted. And you know what's surprising about this, and it's very disappointing to me. Analysts, economists, newsletter writers, they poll them. Hurlbut has a service where they poll them, and 96% of them said that gold was going to go back down again. I mean, you talk about a massive egg in your face. I don't know what these people are thinking about. They're not reading the tea leaves right. But anyway, we're happy we were right. Our subscribers, our listeners, they're making money, and so that's what it's all about. But more than that, they're protecting themselves.
But, Bob, you've made this point many times. Most of those analysts aren't stupid. They're paid and put on national television and given syndicated columns to lie to people.
Well, that's true. And then you have the factor of acceptability. A lot of these writers will know what's going on, but they won't talk about the very hard facts. They'll color them. They'll say, well, maybe the people at the SEC or the CFTC will pursue the fact that the market is being manipulated, or it's just full of excuses, and that draws them into the middle, so to speak, so they're not thought ill of within their profession. I get a different viewpoint. I don't care what anybody thinks. I hope that I'm right, and I say what I say, and I've been pretty successful at it, and I hope it continues that way, but nothing stands in my way, and I think less of them for that.
Well, you tell the truth and let the chips fall where they may, and 95% of the time you're accurate. So am I, and that's why we're so successful at reaching people. But it's kind of sad. I mean, it's like telling somebody you're going to die of cancer, and now we're dying of cancer as a country. The Republic is in bad shape. If we don't remove these criminals immediately, it's over. But it may be even too far gone for that. We just need to remove them so it doesn't get 100 times worse. Bob, what happened with the IMF dumping all this gold in the market? Ted Anderson, Ron Paul, in fact, I'm going to play that clip later of Ron Paul, said that clearly the IMF and World Bank came in and tried to drive down gold, and that for the first time in modern history, their attempt to drive it down failed and blew up in their face. And this is a major sea change for the dollar, for the markets, for gold. A, do you concur with Ron Paul and Ted Anderson? And B, what does this mean in the short term?